obviously I was in Detroit, and we had a great season last year. But ultimately, just being somewhere where you feel prioritized, and going somewhere where you are familiar with Terrell Williams, and I've always been a fan of Mike and how he ran Tennessee. So that was part of the decision, and I'm happy to be here.
Hi, Carlton. Congratulations. How do you feel about Christian Gonzalez, and how do you feel about teaming up with him in the secondary?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. He's a young, great player. I've watched his film even when he was coming out of college. Watched his film. I always kind of do a little background check on the corners coming in the league. I guess it's a competitive thing, but I liked his film. He's long, he's rangy, got good ball skills. He had a really good year last year, in my opinion.
Morgan, it's a very young room right now. I know there's still work that can be done to fill the room. You're the quote unquote the old guy, the veteran guy. How
OG.
I like this. Yeah, I refer to myself. How can you help those guys?
It's been part of my DNA, man. I had great vets when I came into the league, as Trent Williams and guys like that. And, one thing he always told me as a player coming up through this league, man, make sure you pass it down.
What was it about playing with Mike Vrabel that, made this an appealing spot for you?
I've known Coach Vrabel from a young age, from high school when he was a recruiter at Ohio State. Always admired his playing career and his coaching career. When you get around a guy like Coach Vrabel, you really feel that intensity, you feel that passion, and I like to say I fall into that same boat of intensity and passion and heart, and so I've gotten along with him great in Tennessee, and I can't wait to continue to form that relationship.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. I just won Super Bowl a couple weeks ago, so I thought that was like the biggest day of my life, but I feel this probably gonna jump that for sure. Being known as the highest average salary or however you want to call it, that's big, man. Like I said, they believed in me. Obviously, they study me as a player and as a person. They know what I bring to the table: physicality, toughness, determination, and I thrive on people telling me I can't do something. So. Bring it on.